Hello and welcome to JB Tutorials. My name is George and I will be showing you today a script that I wrote in Python in order to handle the exports from Illustrator to Android. So if you're watching this video, probably you're an Android designer or maybe an app developer, and you know this is very hard when you export an image and you have to actually rename it and put it in the right folders before you can actually go to your application and test it. So what I will do today is I will show you this script that I wrote. So the first thing we have to make sure we have correct before we do the export is the name on the artboards. So the name you put in the artboard is the name that your image is going to have. So for in this case, this one is called unlock normal and this one is called lock normal. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit File, Export for screens. I'm gonna select only the two images that I want to export, which is this one and this one. I will click Android. So my export target is gonna be Android. So I will remove the SVG because I don't want that extension right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and click export artboard. Okay, so this is my exports folder in Illustrator, and as you can see, Illustrator has exported my two images in different sizes. So I got the same image but in different resolutions, so I can put them in my Android image folders. So if I go to my Android application, so I have here an application I was working on, I have these different folders. So if I want to do this manually, for example, I will have to take each one of these images, put them in the right folder, and then rename it. So I will have, for example, for this image, I will have to put it in the MDPI folder, and then take the image and actually change the name, removing this part, for it to be able to work in Android. Okay, so in order to avoid this, because when you are working with a lot of images, this can be a really time-consuming task, I have created this Python script. So what you can do is you can go and install Python on your computer. You just Google Python and download it, and then you can copy this file to your exports folder. So, and you can just double click it. Once you double click it, it will just take care of that renaming, and it will put all the files in the right folder. So if you see right now, I have the same images in all my folders, but obviously the biggest images are going to be in the XXX HDPI folder, and the smallest are going to be in the LDPI folder. Okay, so with this done, I just can go ahead and copy all of this and just click copy and go to my Android application res folder and paste it there. I won't do it because I don't want to replace this, but this is basically the process. So I hope that you can use this script and you can maybe save a couple minutes during your development process. So something I wanted to tell you before I go is that in the new Android version, you have to use this mipmap naming convention, if you can see here. But if you go to an older application, for example, I have one here, source main res, the folders are different, are drawable HDPI. So if that's your case, you just have to open this file, and you can go ahead and change the folder names in here. Okay, so if you want to put drawable or whatever you want to put there, you can do it, so that you won't have to do it manually here every single time you export, but that's just an option that you have there. Okay, so I hope you can use this file, this script, and see you in the next tutorial.